Hello. Today got dark, but then it got light. So, if you want to see, I don't know, today was just, you know, I didn't expect to really dive into my past, but I did. I don't really know what to say. But basically, I answered some questions that people on TikTok had for me, and I answered them brutally honest. I literally could have been a little bit too honest, but that's okay. If you guys want to see me get literally brutally honest about every question that people had for me on TikTok, keep on watching. So I'm going to be answering your questions off of the lovely TikTok. I gotta say one thing real quick. My TikTok fans, people, friends, are so much more loyal than my Instagram followers and my Facebook followers, to be quite frank. Because here's the thing, recently I've posted on Instagram and Facebook, like, I've been like, hey, ask me anything. I'm here to answer questions, like, ask me anything. Like, literally anything at all. And I get radio silence from both Instagram and Facebook. I don't know what it is, but recently, on both my Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, a lot of people that used to, like, hype me up and help me out and ask me questions or anything along that matter, I don't know, I just feel like people are getting real quiet, and I don't know if it's because they feel that because I'm doing well on WAP that they just think I don't need it, or they just don't feel, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's slightly hurtful, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna be brutally honest in this video, and I've just watched people slowly but surely, like, not give me the same hype, like people I know, like not give me the same hype that they used to. And I don't know if y'all are just, I don't know what it is. I don't know if, is it my content? Is it what I'm, like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of hurtful. And I get one, like, post that does pretty well, and it's like, nobody wants to support you anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. It's fine though, because you know what, at the end of the day, I'm really, what this has showed me is I'm really thankful for the people that I have on TikTok, because they're the ones that keep asking me questions, and they hype me up. I got 2 people from TikTok that made fan pages for me. Like, what? Like, TikTok, my TikTok fans are unmatched. So either Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all of you other platforms, either y'all can step it up, or TikTok, my fans on TikTok are just, they're unmatched. But anyways, so I'm gonna start answering questions. I got 19, I think, questions or something like that. Hold on, let me count. 13 questions. To me, that's a lot of questions, and I'm really thankful for it. So, first question, and I'm gonna name their names too, cause like, why not? This is from TikTok. So the first question from number 1 is like I'm gonna try to mention their names. Some people's usernames are hard to mention, cause like, y'all got some crazy usernames, but it's cool cause I got a crazy username too. It's fine. But her, it's One Victoria Price. That's her. One Victoria Price. That's the name. Favorite Starbucks drink coming from a barista. So first of all, I just gotta say right off the bat, the fact that you're a barista, I bet you know some good drinks. I bet you do, but let me tell you something. I don't really know all the fancy schmancy drinks. There is one drink, I have to say this drink, because it is the same drink that I've been getting since I was like 13. And it is, you ready for this? Any size, I hope I say it right, vanilla bean frappuccino with 2 pumps of white mocha, 2 pumps of cinnamon dolce. I feel like you already know where I'm going with this. A little bit of cinnamon dolce sprinkled on top. It's a cinnamon roll frappuccino. Yes, I know that I'm 22 and I'm still drinking a drink for a 13-year-old, but I'm a kid at heart, and I don't know what to say. So I hope I didn't let you down. I also really like the, God, I feel like I'm gonna be so judged for this. I really like the, caramel macchiato. Yes, again, I understand I'm like 12 years old, but like, they're good drinks. They're good drinks. So I get the caramel macchiato if I really need to like wake the fuck up. But I get the vanilla bean one if I'm just like, if I just want something sweet, if that makes sense. So, I'm sure you know a lot more drinks, a lot of better drinks. And I'm sure you're like, of course, that's what she likes. But that's my favorite drinks, if we're being honest. And look how clean that is. Yeah, I washed my makeup brushes. I did do that. I'm sorry that you're allergic to cinnamon. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. All right, next question. What is the first thing you would, oh, this comes from msophia25. She's a reoccurring follower, commenter. I do know that. Love you for that. She said, what is the first thing you would do after quarantine? Well, that is a good question. What is the hold on, let me think about this for a minute. What is the first thing I'm gonna do when quarantine is over? The first thing, probably go back to my job. If we're being honest, that is the most important thing that needs to happen. I need to get back to work. Cause I am broke as a joke right now. But beyond that, probably one of like the most major thing that's gonna happen, hopefully when I get out of quarantine, is we have 2 vacations planned. So hopefully we'll be able to do those. And I plan on making a lot of content while I'm on those vacations. So I really hope they can still happen because I had so much content planned. And I want to still be able to do that. So yeah, I would say those are probably like the first things that at least I'm going to be worried about, concerned about, can't wait for them to happen kind of thing. All right, next question comes from Pocket Full of Bailey. I love that fucking user. That is cute as shit. Pocket Full of Bailey. You got a cute username. Hold on, let me find the brush I need. Who is your favorite celebrity? Now that is a very complicated question because here's the thing. Do we consider YouTubers celebrities? Because I think they are. I think YouTubers can be held at the exact same standard as the Kardashians. I'm just saying, because here's the thing. If they're widely known, they're a celebrity, right? Right? TikTok, what you guys think? Anybody? I think YouTubers can be held at the same. First of all, YouTubers are going to the Met Gala and any award show, so I really think we're at a time and place now to where YouTubers, I mean, that's what celebrities do. That's what actors, musicians, like, I just feel like YouTubers are the same, like, level as, like, an actor, because we're all trying to get that bag, we're all trying to get that money, that shmoney honey. So I just feel like if you're widely known, I feel like you are a celebrity. So that being said, my favorite celebrity, right off the top of my head, I think it's pretty obvious. Jaclyn Hill probably is. Again, I know there's a mower in the background. I'm so well aware, and I'm so sorry you have to hear this. But I just have to say right off the bat, I think it's pretty obvious. I think my favorite celebrity, YouTuber, what have you, whatever you want to label her, Jaclyn Hill. She has literally been so inspiring to me. She's been basically the main drive for me pursuing this in my life, doing what I'm doing. I hate that there's a mower in the background of this because what I'm saying is actually really important. But yeah, I would say she's probably my favorite celebrity. She's a huge inspiration to me. I hope one day, like, as a makeup artist, I can meet her. I hope one day I can take advice from her. I hope one day I get big enough to where, like, maybe we're peers and maybe we'll see each other at, like, a launch or something. I don't know. I I feel like me and Jaclyn really could be like that duo. I think we've went through a lot of similar things in our lives, and she helped me get through a lot of crazy things in my life. She's offered advice that I took literally. Like, she offered advice about her exes, and I said, honey, I'm gonna apply that to my life because that sounds like the exact same thing I'm going through. She helped me get through one of the biggest breakups, not biggest breakup, like, but helped me get through one of the most toxic, abusive relationships that I've ever been in. So I hope one day I can tell her that and thank her and hug her and just say, like, you were that inspiration to me, and I hope one day I can be that inspiration for somebody else. So yeah, I know that was like really, that was a lot. First of all, I could talk for hours about what this girl has done for me and how big of a role model she is to me and everything. I could talk for hours, but I really wanted to make it short and sweet, and just say I've talked about her in other videos, but yeah, I would say Jaclyn Hill, because there's obviously like a lot of other celebrities that like are interesting to me and that I like, but if we're talking about like my favorite, I have a lot of favorites actually. I have a lot of people that I like, but like hands down top tier favorite, Jaclyn Hill. Mary MT1, who I think might actually even be in this live stream, possibly. She asked, what is the craziest thing that happened to you? A cool or scary story, an embarrassing one will be fun too. Now Mary, we can get into some stories. Let me think for literally 2 seconds, because I want to give y'all a good story. One, you pick, cool, scary, or embarrassing. You pick, and then I'll come up with whatever I think is the most interesting. Embarrassing. Fuck. Like, I don't get that upset. If I ever get embarrassed anymore, it's kind of like whatever, like we all go through it. We all have embarrassing things. But middle school, high school Casey was a very insecure, very like, she was just very insecure. So we're gonna talk about that. First of all, when it came to middle school, I came from a private school. First of all, I was just a very sheltered child, so that alone was embarrassing for me. Because everybody knew about a lot of things I had no idea about. I had no idea. I would say embarrassing. I would say the most embarrassing thing for me in middle school was middle school dances, because here's the thing. I had some crushes on some boys, and being as so that I was in middle school, your biggest worry was to make sure that you, like, I don't know, if you're dressed up and you look good, to like impress the boys. And I will say there were some times that I was trying to, you know, impress a boy, and maybe one day I came to school or something and like, I don't know, was wearing a shirt, and I don't know, my deodorant didn't hold up as well as I wanted it to hold up, and maybe, you know, down there kind of got a little sweaty, and then I had to like dry it off. Of course you would walk in when I'm telling this.
What?
I'm like telling, somebody asked for me to tell embarrassing stories, so I was telling one from middle school. My face is gonna get red, because now did you hear that?
No, what did you say?
I was talking about how in middle school, I don't know if you ever went through this, in middle school, do you ever put deodorant on and maybe it didn't hold up as well as you thought it would? And then you get a little embarrassed by that, go to the bathroom, get a paper towel, kind of try to get it to... Did you ever get like that though?
No.
You're telling me you never...
I perspirate the perfect amount.
You're telling me you've never had it in middle school. You're telling me your pits were perfect every single day in well.
No acne, no BO, ever.
I didn't have acne in middle school. Well, no I did. No I did. You didn't have acne in middle school?
Not really. Same
Whatever.
thing as I do now. A pimple here every once in a while, maybe twice a year.
Some of us are not that lucky. I think there was just so much pressure in all of it, and so I think that was probably one of the most embarrassing things, middle school dances, and just the fact that sometimes my deodorant would not hold up like I wanted it to. Okay, and then for high school,
It's hot as fuck up here. I'm wearing my white trash dad shirt to the grill.
Say hi to the TikTok people. They were just saying hi to you. See, they said, "Is that Tyler?" And then they said, "What's up, Tyler?" Can you think?
I bet they like scoot over. Get my white trash dad tee.
It's not white trash.
Scoot it over.
No.
It's rock and roll
just
legends.
Come closer. Wow, what a man. Look at that. Look at your tats.
I'm grilling ribs.
Yeah, he's grilling some ribs right now. So, what can you think of anything that was embarrassing for me in high school? No?
No, but my ribs.
That's what I'm both playing. I would say also there are some times in high school where I would get really dressed up for cheer days, and I remember one time I did wear this very dressy shirt. It was like a blue long sleeve button down shirt. It was 9 West, you know, a fancy brand. It was my mom's. I did wear that one time with like a pencil skirt, and I was trying to get dressed up for cheer, and my deodorant didn't hold up that day either. I think sometimes I struggle with that. I'm gonna be honest. That day was kind of embarrassing. It was also really embarrassing because I was dressing up. Actually, me and my boyfriend now, we're dating in high school. So I was actually getting dressed up for him, and I was trying to look nice, trying to look like cute or whatever. And then we sat at the same table for lunch, and my pits were, the deodorant was not holding up. So before going to lunch, I had to go to the bathroom, get a paper towel. You know, if you struggle with this sometimes, you know. You gotta pat it down, you gotta air it out, you gotta get it to go away, you know? And if you don't have that struggle, well, you're just a lucky son of a bitch. So I think that was pretty embarrassing. But again, like, a lot of embarrassing things happen. Like, you know, if I get a bad grade on a test that everybody else did good on, like, there were other embarrassing things, but like nothing mortifying. I can't really think of anything mortifying. But I got embarrassed every once in a while, you know, everybody gets embarrassed, but I guess I'm just not good at story times, if we're being honest. I feel like Tana Mojo really paves the way for story times, and I just don't hold up to the standard. Again, sorry I haven't really been talking through the makeup. I just wanted to focus on questions. So, next question is from Celtic Girl 32, and she asked, did you ever get bullied in school, and did you ever get annoyed with anyone? You're such an amazing inspiration. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's so sweet to say. So I'm gonna answer them both like individually. So did you ever get bullied in school? Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second. Oh, sorry, I just dropped that. So here's the thing. Let's tell a quick little story of why I went from private school to public school. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. First of all, I went to a private school growing up, K through 5th grade. I don't know why my parents put me in a private school. The education was terrible, and I definitely excelled a lot better in public school than I ever did in private school. The teachers were not the best, and it was very disappointing. For the amount of money we paid, I got a better education at a public school. So that right off the bat, I just want to get that in the air. That was frustrating enough because I had to be tutored, even though when I went to a public school, I never needed to be tutored because I literally got really good grades because the teachers actually taught. Whereas in the private school I went to, in my opinion, I'm sorry, I don't know if it was just the way I like to be taught or something. I don't know what it was, but they weren't doing it for me, okay? So my biggest reason why I went from private school to public school is because, I'm sorry, I was getting fucking bullied, and I was tired of it. I really was. I went to a religious private school, right? You would think in a religious private school that people would be the nicest, right? You would think that like in a private religious school that being godly would be your focus and not bullying people. But I'm here to tell you that that's not the case, for me at least. Yeah, I was heavily bullied. I was picked on. I definitely didn't have the same amount of money as most of the people that I went to school with. I went to school with some rich ass kids, but I'm not gonna lie. And I still have some people that I think about that I was friends with, and I'm not talking about them. Like, it's not like I never had friends. I had friends, but I'm just gonna be brutally honest. I got fucking bullied, and there were some mean ass fucking kids. They would be so, and it was the girls, honestly. Like, I got along with the guys, and I'm not being one of those people where it's like, I hang out with guys because it's less drama. That is, first of all, I was in elementary school, so we're not even gonna, nope, I don't care what you're thinking right now. I'm just saying that the guys in elementary school were not as catty, they weren't as mean. So I did get along with a lot of the boys. They're not even guys at that point, okay, they're boys. You know, I don't know, playing tag was just a lot more interesting than sitting on a swing and gossiping when you're like 7. I don't know, man. So, and I was a tomboy. I was a tomboy back in the day too. So I don't know what it was between my parents and I not having a lot of money and the fact that I was a tomboy a lot of the times. Between the mix of that, I don't know, I just got picked on. I really felt like an outsider. I felt alone. I didn't really feel like I had like true friends. I didn't really feel like people cared about me. Just a lot of things. I really hit hard on like not feeling like I'm enough. I wasn't like popular. I just didn't feel like people cared. And it's because I in my opinion, I think it's because I wasn't rich. So I was boring to a lot of these people because they're used to having all these rich luxurious items, and I didn't have that. Everybody was getting cell phones, I had a flip phone, and everybody else had that stupid Verizon phone that had a fucking keyboard. I don't know, just things like that, to where like I remember sitting down with my parents and I was like, listen, like why am I out of private school? I don't really think I have friends, and I'm not learning anything, and I'm getting bad grades. I have to be tutored, and I'm like, I don't think I'm dumb, I just don't think they're teaching that well. I get my head wasn't being shoved in a toilet, but I mean, when you think people are your friends and they don't really treat you like friends are supposed to treat you, and then they're mean to you and spiteful to you, I'm sorry, but I consider that bullying too. So yeah, my head wasn't dunked in a toilet, but like my elementary years were not that easy. That was like the bullying that I dealt with in elementary, and I never thought I'd say this, but I'm gonna put it out there because I think it's fucking important. Yeah, I went through a lot of bullying in fucking middle school too. A lot of bullying. Oh, this is gonna get so rough. I'm not gonna get emotional. I'm not, because I'm past it. I'm past it, and I'm stronger today than I've ever been. But yeah, I got fucking bullied in middle school too. Got really, really bullied. And some of it even carried out to high school, but the main focus of it was in middle school. Yeah, there was something that traumatic that happened to me. I'm not gonna say what it was, but something traumatic happened to me. Changed my life from there on out. And the person that did that to me lied about it, and I got slut shamed in fucking middle school. And yeah, and I got fucking rocked. My world got rocked. And from an innocent private school girl that knows nothing to go to a public school, to where it was a small public school too, so everybody knew everyone and everybody knew everything about everyone. So when I went to this public school and this happened to me, I went from having a grand old time making friends to literally getting bullied almost every single day. And I know there's people that are probably gonna watch this video that went to school with me. For those that are watching, yeah, there were some days that I didn't want to live from some of the things that some people said to me at our school that we went together to. So yeah, and I don't know how I got past that, but from middle school until my like junior year of high school, there were a lot of days where I didn't want to live. So that's not, again, I didn't get my head dunked in a toilet, but words words hurt, man. For the people that say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt me or matter or whatever. No, I'm here to tell you that words can hurt just as bad. And I didn't expect this video to get this dark, but I am gonna be fucking honest, because I think there's a lot of people out there that need to hear that the words you say, be careful with what you say, because you might push somebody over the edge. You might, with the words that you say, with the harm that you can do with your voice. You can do a lot of harm with it. Not all of my middle school experiences were bad. Like I've said before in my other questions, you know, I went to dances, I had a good time. Not all of middle school was terrible, not all of high school was terrible, but I am gonna reflect on the times where I had to go to therapy, I had to go to a psychiatrist, I had to be on medication, I had to go seek help from traumatic instances that I've been in. You know, I've had to file and talk to police about things, and I've had to get certain things against certain people, and I've been scared because of the things I've been through, and I've went through a lot of shit. I really did. So for Celtic Girl 32, yeah, I've been bullied before. And if you've ever seen my emo phase, that was why. My hair was like this, with the band. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but if you go through an emo phase, usually it's because your days are kind of dark. Mine were very dark. And to answer your second question, did you ever get annoyed with anyone? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I got annoyed with a lot of people, and we can reflect off the whole bullying thing. I got annoyed with a lot of people that acted like they were my friends and then fucking were rude as hell to me, spiteful for no reason. But I think everybody gets annoyed with people in their lives. Here's the thing, that doesn't really matter. I could go on and on about all the things that have annoyed me, but in the end, the reality of all of it is like it doesn't really matter. So I think what I want you to take away from your question is just the fact of you have no idea the people that you look up to or that you watch or whatever. Like, I feel like everybody goes through something. So if you're going through anything, just know that you can get out of it, and screw anybody that's rude or mean to you. Cause dude, they gotta be sad as shit to be mean to you. Cause like they could be just being nice. I don't know how to end this part of it, but like, yeah, I was bullied, and yeah, I get annoyed with people. So let's move on to the next question. I'm fine now. I really am. I've been through a lot of therapy, so I'm fine. But goddamn, it could have just been easier. I wish it was. LOL. What's the next fucking question? Oh, I love this. This is so much lighter. How do you do your winged liner? This comes from Mrs. Audie Muller. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. If you've been following me for a while, I really can't say anyone's name. I suck at all names. So how do you do winged liner? Okay. Man, what a nice lighthearted question. So how I do my winged liner is, I just try my best. I really do. I try my best, and I try not to get that discouraged, and I just keep practicing. Basically what I do is, I'll show you real quick, give you a little tutorial, a little tutorial, you know? I don't know where I was going with that. Hold on, let me get my brush. So recently I've been doing eyeshadow liner. Okay, let me show you. I just stamp her in, right? Get her nice and thick'em schmick'ems on right here. And then I just go whoop, and then I just go whoop. And if I mess it up, I redo it. And if I don't mess it up, but it needs cleaned up, I just take a makeup wipe and I go whoop. And that's how I do it. Sound effects not included. So you're gonna have to do that yourself. But yeah, that's how I do my winged liner. And most of the times it turns out really crappy, but every so once in a while I get a nice winged liner. And in those days, I'm really proud of myself. Sabrina. In this corner, we've got a question from Sabrina. Letu. Don't know if I pronounced that right, but if you've been watching for a while, you know that I can't pronounce usernames. Next question. How do you do your makeup so good? To answer your question, I don't actually. I personally think that, like, thank you. Obviously, that's like just a huge compliment. But I still practice literally every single day because there are some days where I think, oh man, I'm like, my makeup is snatched. And then I look back at that picture like 6 months later, I'm like, wow, that was really rough. Because when you keep practicing, you improve on things. So then when I look back, I'm like, wow, girl, your eyeshadow not blended, which my eyeshadow still isn't blended, but I really appreciate you for being so kind. Yeah, I don't really know how I do it either because I still actually critique myself pretty bad sometimes. So, thank you. All right, next question. I need my contour brush for this question. Next question from Louise. Louis? Dem Yuli Air. Yeah, I said it completely wrong. Gonna say it real fast. Louise Demolinier. Like, when am I ever gonna be able to pronounce a username? I really don't know. She asked, who is your favorite TikToker? That's a good question. It's a good thing I'm on TikTok right now because I can just scroll through who I'm following to answer that question for you. There's Trevor Wallace. He is funny as shit. Hold the Elevator is pretty funny too. Not Preston Garcia. Funny as crap, dude. Like, literally, oh my god, the jokes he comes up with, I would never come up with in a million years, and they always just hit home to me. They're always just like the funniest thing to me. So Not Preston Garcia is so incredibly funny. Trey Clements, I've mentioned him a couple times on my TikTok. I love him. He literally, first of all, he always puts like this Beethoven music in his background, and he always talks about something that's like completely frustrating to him, and I think that is the perfect way to ever talk about anything that is frustrating to you, is to have Beethoven in your background. So he's genius for that, and sorry if I didn't explain him correctly, but look him up. Trey Clements, Clements. Love him. Half Famous is actually pretty funny too. It's funny that he says he's half famous because he's becoming more famous, and it's funny because it's like half famous. Great username. Very original. School Lunch Tray, super funny. He makes a lot of videos about spiders. Like he'll make himself look like a spider. He's funny. Yeah, Tayden. Tayden, Saydensey. He is the one that makes the voice where he's like, "It's always this, it's always gotta be that," and I'm butchering it. I know I am. Trust me, I'm well aware. But if you know, you know. Okay, he's really funny. I love his content as well. I really hope I'm saying this right. Donnie Darkowitz. DoniDarkowitz. She is fucking talented, period. Like, literally, I've gotten some of my video ideas from her. Like, they're not my ideas, obviously. I've recreated some of her content. She is genius. She is so talented. She literally, the makeup looks that she makes is so talented. It literally makes me want to be better as an artist because I'm like, damn. Because she literally paints her face, and it's beautiful. And she's very talented. Probably one of my favorite artists from TikTok, so love her. Devonte Wilson, love him. His username is I am Devonte. Gives me confidence, man. I really appreciate him because he'll just make a TikTok where he's like, bitch, get the fuck up and be confident. I'm like, you're right. You're not wrong. So he actually puts a lot of things into perspective, and he gives me a lot of confidence, and so love him. Oh, I love Alyssa Rain, I think that's how you say her name. She's the hee TikTok queen. She can sing like no other. Like no other. Her voice is just so, it's just so pure. I'm the J, because like, dude, who doesn't love her? Literally. I'd like to know one person that disagrees with I'm the J. Like, how could you ever get onto her feed and be negative? Like, she is just like, great. She's great. She's great. I love her. I think she's really funny and I love her content. If we were to talk about my top TikTokers that people know about, I'd say that's a good bunch right there. M. Sophia back again, M. Sophia 25 back again with another question. Said, what was the last thing you ate and what was the last thing you ate and did before quarantine got started? So let's dive back. I was supposed to do my nose contour, haven't done that yet. So let's dive back a little bit to post-quarantine, post-lockdown. I remember it just like it was yesterday. I remember it so well. I had actually worked, you see, I had worked on a Friday. You know how the kids do, they work on Fridays. Worked on a Friday, saw that schools were getting canceled, so I said, wow, the next week is about to be very busy. And I said, wow, I just got scheduled like 5 shifts. I'm gonna be making so much money. You know, what a great life. What a great life. So I worked on Friday, ate Roosters, because that's where I work. Had a grand meal. You know, I think I had some potato skins, my favorite. A little medium garlic, a little sour cream, a little green onion. Chef's kiss. Don't know what else I ate. Maybe some wings, can't really remember. But, so what I did was, I worked, and I ate after my shift, you know, like all of us do. Next day, it was a Saturday, I was supposed to work. But I decided to take the day off. Cause I was like, you know what? No. I have 5 shifts coming up and I kind of just want the day off. Wasn't really feeling the best, kind of just wanted the day off. And, you know, just wanted to take a day off. Take a Saturday off, because I never do that, right? So I take the day off. I literally do absolutely nothing the entire day. And then, me and my boyfriend actually got food later that night. We got Texas Roadhouse. And I remember that night thinking, like, dang, this is so crazy, like, everything that's happening, you know, yada, 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 like, wow, whatever. The next day, so at Texas Roadhouse, getting food there and working was like my 2 activities, 2 things. I ate a lot of rolls. Too many, some people might say, but to me, just enough. And then the next day, I wake up and I've got a fucking terrible cough. My throat hurts painful. Hurts so bad. My throat hurts so bad. It's so fucking painful. And I'm like, I've got the Rona. For damn sure. So I had called off work because I was like, well, I've got 5 shifts coming up the following week. I might as well just call off work so that I can feel better for those upcoming shifts. Like anybody would do, you know, that's a normal thing. And then that Sunday night, our governor shut down serving and bartending. So therefore, I had no more serving shifts coming up the following week because basically our restaurant was shut down. We still do carry out, but like carry out compared to serving is, you really can't compare them. It's not the same amount of money. So I was still not feeling good. So I filed for unemployment because I still wasn't feeling good, and I didn't know when I was going to be able to go back to work since I wasn't feeling good. And then on top of that, we were done serving anyways. So that's what I did, and that's what I ate before my world was turned upside down. Alright guys, so this video definitely got a little dark at some moments, got a little light at some moments. It was definitely very interesting to film, to say the least. Oh, that was in the shot the whole time. Great. Okay, cool. So anyways, yeah, so if you guys were here to see me answer all the questions, first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. What I said today was definitely not the easiest. It wasn't the easiest to rehash on my past, but I definitely loved answering every question that you guys gave me. I love sharing a little bit more into my life when I do stuff like this. So yeah, so if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you want to chit chat in the comments about any of my questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. We can chit chat about anything you'd like to chit chat about. How many times am I gonna say chit chat? That is a question I don't know the answer to. And then leave any comments, questions, or concerns in the comment section below as well if you have any. Please subscribe to this growing family. I'd love to have you here. It's a lot easier than having to type my name in. All you have to do is follow me, and then I'll be in your subscription box. To make it even easier, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime I upload. I am trying to have this lockdown series where I upload almost every single day, giving you guys new content. So I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, subscribed, or whatever, and hit the notification bell. And then just to touch base one more time, if you share this post, share this video on any social media platform, and you tag me so that I see it, I shout you out in a future video. So yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video.